Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from. This is Team P&P Multifamily YouTube channel. My name is P and welcome to a what sold video for what sold during the week. This is just a midweek sales update of a couple of items that I've sold on eBay and Depop. Starting off with the shoes. These are Clark shoes, and you have seen these Clark shoes on a haul video, charity shop haul video. I believe charity shop haul number 12 or 13. And these were a pair of size 8s, and they were purchased for £6, and they have sold for £30 on Depop and after Depop fees. So this is the part where I will come back to Depop and Depop fees, because this is not just a sales update video, it's also a Depop fees video. And Depop, if you list your item before the cutoff date, your item still has fees. So I'll bring up the comps to show you the fees that Depop have charged for these shoes. Even though they sold for £30, I did not receive £30. As you can see, I received £25 74 pence as my profit after cost of goods. £6, that's £29 74 pence. So I made £19 and 74 pennies of pure profit after Depop fees, because I listed these before the Depop deadline of, if you list your items after the deadline, all Depop items will now be no selling fees apart from a transaction fee of 2%, as you can see in the comps. The transaction fees of 2%, that is after you get your fees, after you get your profit paid out to you, it has to be sent to your bank. Now when it's getting sent to your bank, there's a surcharge for the transaction to be sent to your bank, and that is the 2%, 2.5% currently. So even though it says there's no selling fees, that is correct and that is right. On the Depop side of the selling part, there's no fees, but when it comes to the banking side and the banking transaction being processed, for processing fees, you have to pay 2.5%. So Depop, overall, it is a platform for selling, and the selling part is free, but the transaction banking part is not free. Whereas Vinted, the selling fees is 0, the transaction fees is 0. So when Vinted say on their platform is completely free, it's free for sellers to sell on Vinted, it is exactly that. It's 0 fees through the whole process, and it's a two-part process, where the process is a two-part process of the sale and the processing of the transaction. On that side of things, Depop do charge, whereas Vinted do not charge the seller at any time for any fee of their sale. Whereas on Depop, the selling part of the item, it is free, but the processing and banking side, you will have to pay a banking fee. This is why I still think Depop is okay, and compared to eBay, Depop is a lot better because it's only 2.5% that you lose out of your sale value. Whereas eBay, we're talking 20 to 25%, depending if you do promoted listings. For example, there's dynamic promotion and there's standard promotion, and that could incur more fees, and that means there's more getting cut out of your profits. So there are all pros and cons for all different types of marketplaces, and currently right now Depop are having to change their business model, because before they was charging 15% plus the 2.5%, so it was around 17% before on Depop. Now it's gone down to 2%, 2.5%. That's not too bad at all. That's okay. That is decent. That's like, you still get 97.5% of the money. It's going to be yours, minus postage if you do free postage, minus cost of goods if you and everyone has cost of goods. We try and buy low, sell high, and thereafter you get bottom line profit. And that is why, even though Vinted is free across the board, they do have a smaller marketplace, smaller audience, smaller viewage. So therefore your items on Vinted will have to be a volume game, so you have more items, so that for the smaller amount of customers volume, they will have a lot more choices, so you should get a lot more conversion. So get your listings on Vinted, start listing on Vinted, start listing on Depop, list and get your listings on Depop, because Depop is no longer fees, no more selling fees on Depop, and these sold on Depop, but I didn't make the deadline. So moving on from the footwear that sold on Depop, we go to this Stein, this lager beer mug jug, and this sold on eBay, and it sold for £6 plus the postage, and I bought this for around 50p at the Salvation Army charity shop in Chelmsford. And then our next item is the Thomas plush. Thomas plush sold for £5 plus post. It is kind of a big size, large size Thomas plush. You might have seen this one as well. This featured on one of our sales video, and as you can see, because it is WK, which is the White House Leisure International plush company, it didn't do that well. If it was not a White House Leisure, like say Build-A-Bear or an actual branded, Thomas branded official, it would have done a little bit more. But for £5 plus post, that's not too bad. And then we have the last item, which also featured on one of our charity shop haul videos, and this is a special one because this is an item that I found for free when I was doing posting at the in-post lockers with my daughter in Chelmsford, and we picked up 2 items that day. Now this works, it lights up, it sings, it dances, does all of that, and from a free item that was found or collected, it sold for £10.91 plus post. That's a £14, that's a £15 and 91p sale right there. That's almost a £15 sales after fees and postage. Just comes out, it's still around £8 man-made from this item. So to start selling on eBay, Depop, Vinted, or even Facebook Marketplace, you can collect items. You've got items at home, friends and family can give you items, you can find items on your way out and about, and you can put them on, take 4 to 8 pictures, and you can turn that into £14.91 from zero. So this is a sales video and the Depop fees, selling fees update video, and you can now get your listings on Depop and you have no selling fees. But don't forget, you do have a transaction fee of 2.5%. Otherwise, also make sure you cross list. Use my link. You can do cross listing with Zip Sale, and that will help you get all your listings. When they sell, they'll get delisted. You can use the free option and you can get 30 listings cross listed a month for free on Zip Sale if you use my link. Otherwise, try and get all your listings on all these platforms and you'll be getting sales on a regular basis, stable, regular sales. And this is how regular, that's why this is a midweek sales update, a Depop update for selling fees. And this video is showing you why I am a multi-reseller, multi-platform, because I've got platforms that are free and I got platforms that I do have to pay fees for, but combine the two, it's a really good business model. So thank you for watching. Don't forget, you can be an Algorithm Army member. Hit the like, subscribe, join the competition by leaving a like, subscribe or comment, and you will also be entered, and we're going to do the draw soon. So don't forget, join our competition for the Algorithm Army members who hype the video, support the videos, and you can be one of them, and there is a prize for the winner as well. So it's a free prize, free entry. By the way, the like and the subscribe button is free as well, so make sure you mash that up on your way out. Acha.